Hey everyone, Goji Fan Predasaur 2003 here with another review. Now, I know Jurassic World Rebirth is coming out in July, but, well, it's Jurassic June, and I may as well get these done before Jurassic World Rebirth comes out, so, because Jurassic June and all that. I'm not sure why they didn't do it in June, because Jurassic June, but, well, I'm sure they have their reasons. Without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? Here is Gomess. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a YouTuber called the Toku Professor who already did a history on Gomess, so I'll be sure to leave a link down in the description, and be sure to go check him out because he has some really good kaiju videos, like really good, and tokusatsu in general. Yeah, so without that, well, no, rather with that out of the way, let's get right into his articulation, shall we? I'm going to try to do all this with one hand, so yeah, trying to challenge myself. Here, Gomess can have his arms rotate around 360, though there's a bit of difficulty given the back around here. His tail can rotate 360. I'm not going to rotate all the way. His legs, they can rotate as well, but, well, there's a bit of a problem when getting them to go 360, because the back shell, it gets in the way of rotating, so yeah, that's a bit of a problem. And if you're wondering why the table here is like this, well, let's just say it's seen better days, but that's not important. And if you're wondering why my Gomess is so flexible, it's because he's been out in the sun for a while. So have all of the other figures right here. So, yeah. Now, for his detail, getting close up over here, he's got some nice sort of hexagonal patterns for the back shell. He's ridges on his back, like folds of armor. And you also got these nice sort of rigid scaling. And you can see the detail and the bumps and the texture of it feels actually kind of nice. And you got these ridges going up to the tail, which comes to a split end over here for some reason. Not sure why that is. And over here you can see on the legs and the claws, they got this sort of scaly pattern on them, but the lower half of the legs, they got these rigid feelings. There's a reason for that, but, well, moving back onto Gomess, you can also see he's got some more plating over here. It feels nice. There are holes in the neck. Get a close-up of his face. You can see the fangs, his husks going downward. And the teeth are individually painted, but the mouth is all red. And the eyes, I believe, are the same color of sort of a brownish red in there. So, yeah. And you can see that the horn has been given a sort of spray colored, like it's old, and over here, up here is new. So that's an interesting detail. Onto the back of the head, you will see he's got his horns back here. And the face looks mammalian. That's one of the things I like about him. We don't get too many mammalian-type monsters. But, yeah. Overall, I'd say that's pretty cool. And you can see the letters down here. All that. Now, let's compare it to a few other monsters. First, let's bring in Vakashim. And you can see here, well, Gomess would probably be smaller than Vakashim, but Gomess S would probably be around the same size. So, yeah. There's that. Then here is Namegon, or Namagon. Yeah, Namagon and Gomess in Ultra Q would have been probably around the same size, now that I think about it. Or close. And here is Astromons. I feel like Gomess, yeah, again, Gomess would be much smaller, because size-wise, he was only 40 meters in that show. And Gomess S would be the most prevalent and more ferocious of them. So, yep. Then here we have Velocron. Now, if you're wondering why the camera keeps moving, it's because I'm doing this, well, let's just say I don't have a stand right now, so kind of on the fly. And if Velocron and Gomess S were to have a fight, I'd say this is an even matchup size-wise. And, oh, let's compare him to another sort of ancient monster, shall we? Here is, almost got him, Gomess, and Gudon. Yeah, you know what? This is a nice pair up. So yeah. Sorry about moving it so much, but, well, trying to deal with what I can. So, my thoughts on Gomess? He's a very interesting monster. I'd say he's pretty cool, and was actually technically the very first Ultra monster to ever come on screen. Like, ever. We probably wouldn't have any Ultraman, or any Ultra in general, if it weren't for Gomess. And technically Litra, because, well, they both appeared in the same episode, but I'm afraid I don't have any Litra figures to show as well, so here we go. And let's stand Antler back up. There we go. Now, there's... Oh, I almost forgot. He's also got these sort of bear-like claws on him. Yeah, that's a nice little detail on whatever this is, I'm not sure. But yeah, if I remember correctly, they reused the Godzilla suit in order to make Gomess. Of course, they certainly disguised it quite well. I mean, look at this. With G-Ross, all they did was, well, repaint it, give it a new head, and give it a frill around the stitches of the neck to cover it up, and paint it green and call it a day. But Gomess is much more convincing. Plus, maybe he's a convergent species, like trying to evolve certain traits that will help him, like, sort of mimic Godzilla in a way, just by strength-wise. Or maybe they're biologically related in a way. I honestly do not know. And that would probably be a cool aspect. So, yeah. And again, be sure to check out the Toku Professor's Gomess history video, because that will give a lot more light onto the history of Gomess and what else there is to this guy, because he is quite a famous monster, though Tsuburaya hasn't exactly used his suit too often given how much it's been worn. Hopefully if they make a new suit of him soon, maybe give Gomess a new form. I mean, Shin Ultraman gave him a Shin Gomess, so maybe they could give Gomess another species, or an evolved form, so to speak. Yeah, that would be awesome. Anyways, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check the link in the description for Toku Professor's Gomess history video. And with that, I shall see you all next time. And if you don't do all that stuff, then you better be ready for Gomess to come after you. Who knows? Maybe he'll burrow and your house will be buried, or he'll come out of the ground and step on your house. Either way, you better do it, else he will do you. Or rather, no, that sounded wrong. He will crush you. He will eat you or do something to you that will make you unalive. So, yeah. Till then, be safe. I'll catch you guys later.